Hello. Welcome back to English Talks Hub, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Lily.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm Arthur.
On this channel, we help you speak English naturally and confidently.
If you enjoy today's lesson, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us continue making videos for you.
Yes, thank you so much for your support.
So, Lily, what are we talking about today?
Today, we have a really practical topic. We're going to learn how to talk about your morning to routine in English.
That's right. From morning to night, we'll show you how to describe everything you do during your day.
This is so useful because talking about routines is something we do all the time when you meet new people, when you chat with friends, or even in job interviews.
Exactly. So let's start with a simple question. Lily, how was your morning today?
My morning was good, thank you. I woke up at 6:30, I made a cup of coffee, and I checked my emails. How about you, Arthur?
I had a relaxing morning. I woke up at 7. I took a shower, and then I had breakfast. Just toast and eggs.
That sounds nice and simple. See, everyone, we're already talking about routines. It's that easy.
Yes. And today we're going to practice this together. We'll go through a full day from the moment you wake up until you go to bed.
So get comfortable, grab a notebook if you want to take notes, and let's begin.
Okay, let's start with the morning. Lily, what's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Well, the very first thing is I open my eyes. But after that, I usually turn off my alarm.
Yes, the alarm. I hate that sound, but I need it. Otherwise, I sleep too long.
Me too. So we can say, I wake up at 7 a.m.
Good phrases. And what do you do after you turn off the alarm?
Sometimes I stay in bed for a few more minutes. I check my phone. I look at messages.
Yes. Many people do that. We can say I check my phone or I scroll through social media.
Right. But then it's time to get up. So I say I get out of bed.
Perfect. Now what's next?
Next, I go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. And I use the toilet.
Those are essential morning activities. Let me repeat them. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I use the toilet. Very clear.
And after that,
After that, I take a shower. I use soap and shampoo. The water is usually warm, sometimes hot.
I love a hot shower in the morning. It wakes me up. So we say, I take a shower or I have a shower. Both are correct.
After my shower, I dry myself with a towel.
Yes, I dry myself or I dry off with a towel. Then I get dressed.
Getting dressed is important. We can say I put on my clothes or I get dressed.
And if you want to be specific, you can say I put on jeans and a t-shirt or I put on a dress.
Good examples. Now let's talk about breakfast. Lily, what do you usually eat for breakfast?
I usually have toast with butter and jam. Sometimes I add a banana or an apple.
That's healthy. I like to eat cereal with milk or sometimes eggs and bacon. Yum.
And don't forget drinks. I drink coffee or I drink tea or I drink orange juice.
Yes, drinks are important. I always have coffee in the morning. I can't start my day without it.
Me too. So let's practice saying this. I have breakfast at 8 a.m. I eat toast and I drink coffee.
Perfect sentence. Now after breakfast, what do you do?
After breakfast, I prepare for work. I pack my bag. I check I have my keys in my wallet.
Good. We can say I pack my bag or I get my things ready. Right now, let's talk about commuting. How do you get to work, Lily?
I usually take the bus. Sometimes I drive my car if the weather is bad.
So you can say I take the bus or I drive to work or I walk to work.
Exactly. And if you use a train, you say I take the train or I catch the train.
What time do you usually arrive at work?
I arrive at work around 9 a.m. I try not to be late.
Yes, being on time is important. So we say I arrive at work at 9.
Perfect. So let's do a quick summary of the morning routine. Are you ready, Arthur?
Or I get to work at 9. Ready. I wake up at 7 a.m. I turn off my alarm. I get out of bed. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I take a shower. I get dressed. I have breakfast. I leave the house. I take the bus. I arrive at work.
Excellent. That's a complete morning routine. Everyone watching, try to say your own morning routine. Use these phrases.
Yes, practice makes perfect. Now let's move to the afternoon.
Okay, now we're at work or at school. Arthur, what do you usually do during the day?
Well, I work in an office, so I spend most of my time at my desk. I answer emails. I attend meetings. I work on projects.
Those are typical work activities. Let's practice those phrases. I answer emails. I attend meetings. I work on projects.
And if you're a student, you can say, I go to class. I take notes. I do homework.
Right. What about breaks? Do you take breaks during the day?
Yes, I take a short break in the morning. I usually drink more coffee, or I chat with my coworkers.
Coffee again. So we say, I take a break or I have a coffee break.
Exactly. And then it's time for lunch. Lily, what time do you have lunch?
I have lunch at 1 p.m. It's a bit late, but that's my schedule.
That's okay. Everyone has different schedules. So I have lunch at 1 ear, or I eat lunch at 1 ear.
What do you usually eat for lunch?
It depends. Sometimes I bring lunch from home. I pack a sandwich or a salad.
So you can say I bring lunch from home or I pack my lunch.
Yes, and other times I buy lunch from a restaurant or a cafe.
Right. I buy lunch or I go to a restaurant. And if you eat at your desk, you say, I eat lunch at my desk.
I do that sometimes when I'm very busy.
What about after lunch?
After lunch, I go back to work. I continue working until the evening.
So I go back to work or I return to work or I continue working.
Exactly. And if you have more meetings, you say, I have another meeting or I attend a conference call.
What time do you finish work?
I finish work at 5 p.m. But some people finish earlier or later.
Right. So we say, I finish work at 5 or I leave work at 5 or I clock out at 5. Clock out is a bit informal, but people use it.
Yes, I like that phrase.
Okay. So after work, what do you do?
After work, I usually go home. Sometimes I stop at the supermarket to buy groceries.
Good. I go home or I head home and I stop at the supermarket or I buy groceries.
Yes. And if you go to the gym, you say I go to the gym or I work out. Do you work out, Lily?
Sometimes I try to exercise 3 times a week. I go for a run or I do yoga.
That's great. So I go for a run, or I do yoga, or I work out at the gym.
Exactly. What about you, Arthur? Do you exercise?
Not as much as I should, but sometimes I play basketball with my friends.
That counts. I play basketball or I play sports.
Okay, let's talk about what happens when you arrive home.
When I arrive home, the first thing I do is I take off my shoes, then I change into comfortable clothes.
Good. I take off my shoes. I change into comfortable clothes, or I change my clothes.
Yes, and if you're very formal at work, you might say, I change out of my work clothes.
Right. Then what?
And I relax a little. Maybe I sit on the couch, I watch TV, or I check my phone.
So I relax on the couch. I watch TV. I check my phone.
Yes, some people also say I unwind, which means the same as relax.
That's a nice word. I unwind after work.
Now let's move to the evening routine.
Okay, we're now in the evening. Lily, what time do you usually have dinner?
I usually have dinner around 7 p.m., sometimes a bit earlier if I'm very hungry.
So I have dinner at 7 or I eat dinner at 7.
Right, and we can talk about who cooks. Do you cook, Arthur?
Sometimes I cook, but often I order food. I'm not the best cook.
That's honest. So we can say I cook dinner, or I prepare dinner, or I make dinner.
And if someone else cooks, you say my wife cooks dinner or my mom makes dinner.
Yes. And if you order food, you say I order takeout or I order delivery.
What do you usually eat for dinner?
It varies. Sometimes I cook pasta, sometimes rice with vegetables, sometimes chicken with salad.
Those sound delicious. So you can describe your dinner. I eat pasta or I have chicken and rice.
Exactly. And after dinner,
After dinner, I usually wash the dishes. I don't like doing it, but it has to be done.
I understand. I wash the dishes or I do the dishes or I clean up the kitchen.
Yes. And if you have a dishwasher, you say I load the dishwasher or I put the dishes in the dishwasher.
Right? So after cleaning up, what do you do after that?
I spend time with my family. We sit together. We talk about our day. We laugh.
That's really nice. I spend time with my family or I talk with my family.
Yes. Or if you live alone, you might call a friend. I call my friend or I chat with my friend.
Good. And many people watch TV in the evening, right?
Oh yes, I love watching TV. I watch series, movies, or the news.
Okay, now let's move to the night routine.
All right, it's getting late now. What time do you usually start getting ready for bed, Lily?
I usually start around 10 p.m. I try not to stay up too late because I need good sleep.
That's smart. So I get ready for bed, or I prepare for bed.
Yes. What do you do before bed?
First, I turn off the TV or I close my laptop. Then I go to the bathroom again.
Right. I turn off the TV or I close my laptop or I put away my phone.
And in the bathroom, I brush my teeth again. I wash my face. And sometimes I take a shower if I didn't take one in the morning.
So I brush my teeth, I wash my face, I take a shower.
Yes, we already know these phrases from the morning. They're the same at night.
Exactly. And then I put on my pajamas. They're comfortable clothes for sleeping.
Good. I put on my pajamas or I change into my pajamas.
Right. And if you want to be more specific, you can say, I put on my pajama pants and my t-shirt.
Perfect. What else do you do?
I set my alarm for the next morning. I don't want to forget or I'll sleep too late.
Yes, that's important. I set my alarm or I set my alarm for 7 a.m.
Exactly. And then I get into bed.
So I get into bed or I go to bed or I climb into bed.
Yes, all of those are correct. Do you do anything in bed before you sleep?
Sometimes I read a book for a few minutes. It helps me relax.
That's a good habit. I read before I fall asleep or I read in bed.
Yes, some people also listen to music or podcasts.
Right. I listen to music or I listen to a podcast.
And then finally you fall asleep. I sleep well or I have a good night's sleep.
Yes, I fall asleep or I go to sleep, and we hope you sleep well. Perfect. So that's the complete day from morning to night. Let's do a quick summary of the evening and night routine. Ready?
Ready. I have dinner at 7. I wash the dishes. I spend time with my family. I watch TV. I get ready for bed at 10. I brush my teeth. I put on my pajamas. I set my alarm. I get into bed. I read for a few minutes. I fall asleep.
Excellent summary. Everyone, try to make your own routine like this. It's great practice. Now it's time for our favorite part, the question of the day.
Yes. Today's question is, what time do you wake up in the morning?
This is a simple question and everyone can answer it. Arthur, what time do you wake up?
I wake up at 7 a.m. on weekdays, but on weekends I sleep until 9 or 10.
I'm the same. I wake up at 6:30 on weekdays, but I love sleeping in on Saturdays and Sundays.
So everyone watching, what time do you wake up? Please write your answer in the comments below.
You can write a simple sentence like I wake up at 7 a.m. or I wake up at 6:30 in the morning.
We read as many comments as we can, and we love hearing from you. It's also great practice for your English writing.
Don't be nervous. Even a short sentence is perfect. We're all here to learn together.
Before we finish, we want to say thank you for watching today.
Learning English is a journey, and we're so happy to be part of your journey.
Remember to be patient with yourself. Some days you'll feel confident. Some days you'll struggle. That's completely normal.
Just keep practicing a little bit every day, watch videos, listen to podcasts, read books, and speak as much as you can.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who are learning English.
And don't forget to subscribe to English Talks Hub and click the bell so you never miss our new videos.
We post new lessons every day with practical topics just like this one.
Keep learning, keep practicing, and have a wonderful day.
Bye, everyone.
See you next time.